All right, guys, we are down to our last three comics on deck. We've got Adam Meyer. But next up on stage, ladies, let's get excited. The time has arrived. It's Julia Leach.
Hello, I'm Julia. I went on maybe like the fucking worst date here a month ago today. And the only good thing that came out of it was that I figured out that they do stand-up here once a month. So, wearing the same outfit I wore last month. I hope you guys are a better date. I recently found out I made it on the names list, which is new for me. And I started reflecting on my academic journey since I'm nearing the end. And I remembered that when I was a freshman in high school, I was so fucking bad at math. And everyone says they're bad at math, but I know my story takes the cake. It's freshman year, I have algebra second period, and at this point in my life, I had figured out what vaping was. So while they're solving for X, I'm figuring out how to blow O's in the bathroom. And I figured out how to coast pretty well. I was able to cheat until, math tests came along. It was October, and I didn't realize what the day was. I performed so poorly that my math teacher asked if I was special needs. Because in his brain, the only logical explanation for me would be that I am special needs. So he pulls me aside and he's asking, and in my brain I'm like, oh my god, this is how they tell me. I thought that he maybe let it slip and everyone knew except for me that I was really good at remembering stuff. But yeah, recently I saw a post and it said that the original use for the chainsaw, the invention of the chainsaw, was for helping aid in delivery and childbirth. Now, I had never really heard the word chainsaw and childbirth in the same sentence. So I immediately am trying to wrap my head around what that could mean. And I know at the time, women kept their bushes long. And I also know that they really embodied the gone 3 days, don't wash thing that Napoleon was into. So I imagine as a doctor back then, that's a treacherous journey. And I am praying for deforestation, so I have a clean workspace. So I look it up online, and I was so wrong. It's definitely a turkey carver used inside a woman's cookie. That poor fucking lady. This sent me down a rabbit hole, and I started reading about female hysteria. And for you, if you're not familiar, it was this phenomenon taking place in the 1800s, early 1900s, where women across the globe were experiencing a range of symptoms, including anxiety, sadness. They were fatigued and irritable and experiencing mood swings. And at the time, doctors were really taking a shot in the dark when it came to understanding female anatomy. So the conclusion they came to when they put their heads together was it's clear they're their vaginas. Their vaginas are wandering. And we need to anchor them back in place. And I'm are we ships? What does that mean? And they come to the conclusion that the only way to deal with this, to cure these women, is to administer pelvic floor massages. Guys, in the name of science, these doctors were finger-banging women. And it worked! But fast forward 10 years later, because this stopped happening in 1940, 1950, doctors took a very different approach to females' emotions. You encase the wrong thing in Jell-O or talk about your feelings, and your husband's calling the doctor listen, I don't know what to do. And the doctor's did you try hitting her? And he's why didn't I think of that? And I'm asking, between those three things, which one would you bring back? Because I know what I'd bring back. The way I'd lip off to my husband. And he'd be that's it. get in the car, we're going to the doctor. And I'm like, yes.